When it comes to playing football, Tennessee Athletic Director Chris Snoddy has a word of advice. Take the head out of it.
I think we want to do more with the heads than we used to. The head has kind of become a big thing. Part of maybe the influence of the NFL. Everybody wants to make a big hit.
Making a big hit may mean the risk of concussion. Snoddy says that concussions are no longer taken lightly in sports. They are traumatic brain injuries and could mean keeping an athlete on the sidelines for several weeks.
There's a cumulative effect of concussions. It's easier to have the next concussion after the first concussion, and it may take longer for you to return when you have your second or third concussion.
The Centers for Disease Control reports that sports-related concussions in the United States have reached an epidemic level. There are around 1.6 to 3.8 million sports-related concussions in the U.S. every year.
I think we're more aware of concussions and we're more focused on concussions. 20 years ago, you just kind of played through it because you didn't know any better as an athlete. And, you know, everybody kind of got their bell rung, or what they called a dinger.
Find the hole! Find the hole!
But football isn't always the culprit. Cole Porter got his concussion while wakeboarding.
I went up for a jump and I just came down wrong, and I landed head first. And when I came back up, I was a little dizzy. And then when I got back to the boat, I had just a major headache, and that kind of set it off.
Concussions happen in the world of outside the sports that affects our athletes, because a lot of our athletes today are involved in multiple sports. Soccer and cheerleading have very high concussion rates. Cheerleading may have the highest, from where they catch an elbow when they're stunning, or a knee when they fall too far, or when they get dropped and hit the floor. Just close your eyes.
Before his team's practice, Porter took a balance test that helps to gauge concussion recovery.
With their concussion, they'll actually fall off that. Now stand on one foot. You probably want to check both feet to make sure that don't have a knee or ankle issue. I'd say his balance is very good, or normal.
Tennessee is one of only 5 states in the nation that currently has no existing or pending legislation around concussion testing, though most high schools already follow guidelines for preventing and managing concussions set by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association.
Almost every school in Davidson County is doing a baseline concussion testing with either a computerized system or a balance testing system to test the athlete's neuropsychological cognitive abilities. And they're checking to see how quick they react to things on the computer screen. So you can get a very quantitative score of what this athlete is normally, without a headache, without any signs of a concussion.
There are various ways student athletes can prevent concussions, though wearing a helmet isn't always one of them.
The helmet and the head does not need to be the primary contact point. Helmets were designed to prevent skull fractures. They do a great job at preventing skull fractures, and that was a problem 50 to 60 years ago. No one gets a skull fracture hardly playing football anymore because of helmets. But just like you can bust the yolk in an egg by shaking it and never break the shell, the same's true with concussions in the brain inside the skull.
So just how do you prevent the yolk from getting broken?
One great way to prevent concussions is to teach your athletes to hit the right way, using the shoulder pads, using the forearm. It's good for your athletic trainer, your coach, and your parents and your athlete to have a very honest, open dialogue saying, my son has got hurt doing this other thing, so we can protect him and hold him out of activities until he's safe to return.
For the Southern Education Desk, I'm Soraya Salam, Nashville Public Television.
The Southern Education Desk and American Graduate are made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.